Hi, I'm Naomi and me and my family moved from the UK to Japan in 2023. This week we are really immersing ourselves into the Japanese culture and celebrating Obon. Obon is a Japanese Buddhist festival that honours the spirits of ancestors, traditionally celebrated with family reunions, grave visits, lanterns and bon odori dances. As it is summer festival season in Japan, they held a little one at the nursery too. It goes to show how important these summer festivals are in the Japanese culture. This is a local little kids festival and a lot of my daughter's friends were there. We bought this little voucher book for 600 yen from the nursery. This included yakisoba, shaved ice, yakimanju and a yo-yo. We've seen this Yagebushi Taiko performed quite a few times at the different festivals. It seems like it's a popular folk song from the Tochigi and Gunma area. At the end of the evening there was a prize draw where you could win fireworks and vegetables. Here's my daughter harassing the taiko drummer with her light up star. Our British friend invited us to a barbecue. They had a pool and a udon making event. Unfortunately, the room was so hot that they were making the udon in that my daughter didn't want to stay there. There were quite a few foreigners at this barbecue. Here you can see the handmade udon. They had the Indian Holi tradition where you throw colours around at each other. I think this was my daughter's favourite part of the day, and also this twirly chair. 3,000 yen for an event in Japan is quite expensive and I probably wouldn't go again. We went back to Sakado to drop my mum off and they had another little festival. This is an event where they light up lanterns and let them go in the water. Unfortunately, because my daughter had nursery the next day, we couldn't stick around to see it. They have some really beautiful bamboo carvings. Some of the patterns are so intricate and they look like they require so much skill. They've even made the word Sakado out of bamboo. And here's my daughter getting my mum to buy her a shaved ice. This time she went for the matcha flavour. They give out LED candles so that people can put them inside the bamboo carvings. I do really love that the community gets together and do so many things together in Japan. They were also holding workshops so that you could make your own lantern. Me and my daughter headed home and there was a storm while we were driving and it was a really horrible drive. Recently my cousin moved out of his house and he left a load of storage containers. I am trying to get our house more organised so these will come in really handy. I was really surprised at how much we could fit in this little K car. As my daughter was off nursery for Obon, we used the opportunity to go through some of her toys. Obviously as she gets older there's some things that she won't play with anymore. This is the part where it got a lot worse before it got better. It also made me realise just how many toys she has. Now that she's learnt the word boring, whenever we do something like this she keeps saying this is boring. It was really handy to have these storage units. And although it's not quite done, it looked and felt much better. I think now if she wants to play with something she'll be able to find it. We threw away quite a few things and she has a second cousin who is younger than her, so we'll give him some of the toys. point. Smartphone. Did you press it? Press it. Although we do go to a lot of places and do a lot of activities, I do want my daughter to know it's normal to stay indoors as well. This Nando's sauce tasted so good on my jacket potato. We went to the local park and just had a relaxed time. I still can't believe I live in a country where you can just leave your mobile phone and walk off. My daughter bumped into one of her nursery friends at the park and they were throwing grasshoppers down the slide. I took my daughter to the local Baskin Robbins and they had a limited edition Pokemon flavour. This is to celebrate 30 years of Pokemon. At the moment my daughter isn't really into Pokemon, but they had some really nice merchandise. They also had these really cute ice cream cups. My daughter always goes for the popping candy because it pops in her mouth while she's eating it. Usually when you go to any eating place, they leave these blue cloths around so that you can clean up after yourself. What have we got?
Pigs, shoes, trainers.
These are trainers.
Trainers.
Crackers. More crackers.
Sandals.
Sandals. Hairbands. You've got a key ring. And some medicine. We have a rainy day today and it's been like this all night long. Because it was loud. Okay. Nani? 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 Oh! I decided to take my daughter to Aeon in Takasaki. She likes going to the cat cafe there because the drinks are unlimited. I didn't realise, but they were holding a little festival for kids there. My daughter wasn't interested in going at all. Here we have Gunma-chan and Aoma-chan. Because it is the 30-year anniversary of Pokemon, they also had a digital stamp rally here too. This is the first time I've seen an Adidas dress, and probably if I was younger I would really like it. Going to the cat cafe for me is like therapy. The cats just look so relaxed and cute. I don't think this cat liked the camera very much. The staff in the cafe will try and encourage you to buy food to feed them, but don't feel under pressure. There is a little gachapon machine there, so if you do feel like giving the cat some treats, you can do it in your own time. Turn, turn, turn. My daughter really enjoyed feeding the cats. I think she got a little nip from one of the cats, so she just put the biscuits on the floor. As I said earlier, this cat cafe does offer unlimited free drinks. It also has a lot of games and books to read, so you could actually spend the day there. For a whole day on Saturday and Sunday, it will cost you 4,290 yen. This is ideal if you love cats but you can't have a cat at home. They even have a selection of chargers for people to use. Just remember to put slippers on when you go into the cafe. As we always do go to a cat cafe, I've been looking for some different animal cafes. I would really like to go to a hedgehog cafe, but they don't have any in Gunma. After having a Google, I found out that there is an owl cafe in Takasaki, so I'll try and take my daughter there next time. I also found this buffet restaurant, which is quite unusual. If you have come from the UK or America, you'll probably find that the portions are quite small in Japan, and having a buffet is a really good way to top yourself up. I was so happy to see that Starbucks has a special Gunma edition drink. It was a strawberry, kiwi or pineapple yogurt frappuccino, but unfortunately they were all sold out. I also found one of my favourite brands, which is Anasui. She has a lot of cats and butterflies on her designs. These are special sweets that are given as offerings for Obon. Traditionally, it's anko, kinako and black sesame. I still remember making these when I was a child with my grandma. The rain that day was really relentless. This is our lovely local park and it's about 3 or 4 years old. If you run through, usually when we come to this park we bump into my daughter's nursery friends, but unfortunately none of them were there that day. The only day that I didn't bring a towel and a change of clothes, she decided she wanted to go in the water. Although I did talk about Obon in my last vlog, because my family Obon is in July, but because my great aunt and uncle belonged to a different temple, they actually had their Obon in August. I did learn quite a bit, but I wasn't able to film a lot because the weather was really bad. I'm just going to explain a little bit about what happened. So me, my mum and my daughter went to my great aunt and uncle's cemetery. She had to collect a wooden thing. It's like a big stick with lots of writing on it. But then we had a really big problem because she couldn't remember where the gravestone was, so she asked someone, and bless them, there were 2 guys there and they tried to help us. They were looking on all the gravestones to see if they could find the name, and then there was a huge downpour. So everyone got really wet, and then my mum was like, oh, maybe I think it's over there. So it was another place that we had to drive to. Anyway, we were just sat in the car because the rain was so heavy. We were trying to wait for the rain to stop. And what you have to do is take the lanterns to the gravestone and then light the candle. And what you say is you hold the lantern in front of the gravestone and you say "Ohairi kudasai." So this is asking the spirit of a relative who is no longer with us to go inside the lantern. Once the candle is lit and the spirit is inside the lantern, you have to get them home without the candle going out. This is normally quite easy, but on a really heavy rainy day, it was just such an impossible task. The candle broke, the candles went out, it was just a bit of a disaster, but we managed to do it. And it was 20 minutes away from home in the car, so I had this much of a candle to get home. When I was driving, I stopped at the lights and I turned around and my mum had put the lantern on the floor and the candle was exposed. My daughter's toys were everywhere and I was like, oh my God, now the car's gonna catch fire. I was so determined to get these candles home still lit. You take the lanterns in the house and there's a little Buddhist altar, and I think it's called a Butsudan, and they take the lanterns there and they kind of do it in a circular motion and they say "Irashaimase," which is kind of like a welcome thing. You'll hear it in shops all the time. Basically, it's welcoming the spirit of the ancestors or deceased relatives into your home for about 3 days. And we did manage to do it. It did also make me think about how these traditions, how important it is to keep them alive. It would have been so easy to say the weather's really bad, let's just skip it this year, but it's so important to their culture and I'm so glad that I had a small part to play in it. I really like this tradition because people who lose loved ones, it must be really comforting to have them home with you for those days, and it's a family time. A lot of people go back to where they were born and eat really nice food together. So that was kind of my understanding of Obon, and I guess as I spend more time in Japan, I'll learn more as I go along. During these 3 days, the supermarkets bring out lots of special things for Obon. A lot of people buy physalis flowers during that time. They're used as decorations because their bright lantern-like appearance is thought to help guide ancestral spirits home during Obon. This shows the date that you collect the spirits and take them back, and this sign in co-op says "Welcome back to your hometown." This is because many people travel back to where they were born or brought up during this time. When I went for a walk just after Obon, I saw an aubergine with chopstick legs outside someone's house. These are Obon spirit animals and they're called Shoryo Uma. The cucumber is a horse and it represents ancestors coming quickly to visit their families. And the aubergine is a cow and represents the ancestors returning slowly to the spirit world, carrying offerings with them. On a separate note, on the way back from our Obon adventures, my daughter was in the foulest mood I think since I can remember. She is 4 years old and of course she has little tantrums here and there when she doesn't get her way, but that day was just something else. It was like everything I said made her angry. She disagreed with everything I said and we both ended up getting really upset. When we got home, I took her temperature because I was like, this can't be normal, because it wasn't like her at all. And even the next day when she woke up, she was really sad and she said, you know, we both got upset and angry. and it was just the weirdest, most bizarre thing. Although I don't drink a lot, when she went upstairs to bed, it was one of those days when I thought I could really do with a strong drink. But because we don't really have anything, I mean, we do have some umeshu from the neighbours, but that is really strong. And I find when I drink it, it really messes up my sleep. So I decided not to have anything. But I did have an emergency one of these in the drawer. The first time I bought these, I think I just bought them because they were on special offer, but looking at it, it does say here, basically it heats up your eyes to 40 degrees. And I was thinking, well, how nice can that be? I'm not too sure. But honestly, these are like the same feeling as having a drink. So the first time I tried it, I put it on my eyes and my eyes were getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I was like, what's going on? This isn't that nice. And then I was gone. So for me, these are so relaxing. They make you get a really good night's sleep. And I have become a little bit addicted to them, but they come in different scents as well. So before I had the lavender one, I'm not sure what this is, but it kind of smells like soap. So for those of you who might want to cut down on drinking or just want a really relaxing sleep, I would really recommend these. Thank you so much for watching and joining us on our Obon week together, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care, bye.